Andy Breeding here. Now, normally when you think of visual novels, you think of, okay, there's going to be a lot of romance, you're going to go on dates, it's going to be all this lovey dovey stuff with anime, and for the most part, that is true. With PsychoPass Mandatory Happiness, this is actually not true at all. You get cyberpunk, you get futuristic investigations and crimes and just gritty stuff, and just it's just ridiculous how much different this is than your typical visual novel stuff. Let's look at what's fun and frustrating with PsychoPass Mandatory Happiness. The story in PsychoPass Mandatory Happiness is actually pretty good, if you're into sci-fi futuristic cyberpunk settings. The more the story unfolded in front of me, the more I was intrigued with the universe of PsychoPass. After every play session I had with PsychoPass, I wanted to find and watch the anime the game is based off of. In my eyes, that's a really good thing. With each choice leading to a different path in PsychoPass Mandatory Happiness, there's a compelling reason to play this game over and over. Since you also have the choice to play through the story as either Inspector Neichiko or Enforcer Takuma, playing it over again from a different perspective will make the story feel fresh and somewhat new. Some of the choices felt like the right choices, and it almost felt like I was guided to these choices, but I've come to the conclusion that my own beliefs and reasoning was the reason for said choices. I love that PsychoPass made me feel this way. Long exposition at the beginning of PsychoPass Mandatory Happiness makes someone with extravagant patience question whether or not to continue. The info dump may seem necessary for people not familiar with the anime this game is based on, but the overload of said information is just too much for most to handle. At no point does PsychoPass Mandatory Happiness let players know what buttons do what, aside from the X button continuing the story, that is. I had to put on my tester hat and hit every single button to figure out just what each button actually did. I could have just RTFM, but who reads manuals these days? Also, who even knows what a manual is anymore? Although I'm okay with no English dub, not having this option is sort of a bummer. People really shouldn't multitask when playing a game, yet I tend to do that when I check my email, Twitter, and text messages while playing games. English voiceover helps with this so that I can listen to the story instead of reading it. Now, I know this is a minor nitpick, but it's enough of a nitpick to include here. PsychoPass Mandatory Happiness does have a lot of reading in it, and if you're not into that, then the game more than likely won't be for you. But then again, visual novels in general won't be for you because that's really what visual novels are. But if you're willing to stick it out, I think you'll enjoy it. The story really delivers on what it set out to do. I really enjoyed it. The price point at $50 is a little hard to swallow as well for the PS4 version, but if you travel a lot and you still use your Vita, I mean, I use mine every now and then, but not as much as I probably should. If you use your Vita a lot, this will be great because it's also $10 cheaper, so it's at $40 instead of $50, and you'll be able to, like, it's almost like reading a Kindle, reading your book, except you're actually having moving pictures with it, so it's a little better than a book, well, in my eyes at least. But yeah, the $50 is a little hard to swallow, so if you're interested in PsychoPass Mandatory Happiness, maybe wait for it to go on sale for $10 less. Like, the $40 price point seems right for me. $50 is just a little too high. But definitely don't let that sway your decision on checking this game out. You really should check out PsychoPass Mandatory Happiness. I had a lot of fun with it, and it's actually changing my mind way more with visual novels. Like, I really want to go and start looking at different visual novels now and actively seeking some of these games out and giving them more of a chance. So, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to everyone soon. Bye.